point we all returned to Allah, and that was the case for Muawiyah. Muawiyah died, but before his death, he appointed another familiar name that the children should recognize, his son Yazid. So after Muawiyah's death, Yazid became the next ruler, the next Khalifa. And Yazid was even worse than his father. Worse than Muawiyah. He was a more evil ruler. He openly mocked, he made fun of the religion. Think about that. He was often drunk, he drank alcohol, he sang songs, he made jokes of namaz. He made jokes about the Holy Prophet and his family. But there was one difference. It's important to know about the enemies of Islam to understand the full picture. The difference between Yazid and Muawiyah was that Muawiyah used Islam for his own personal glory, to make him high. But Yazid wanted to destroy Islam. He wasn't interested in it at all. So as soon as Yazid became Khalifa, such an evil ruler. So Imam Hussain could not even consider this, because Yazid broke every law of Islam and he was determined to destroy Islam. So it was not a matter of pride or Hussein's right. Hussain wasn't interested in power, obviously, but the Imam knew that if he accepted Yazid as Khalifa, it would mean that people thought Imam Hussain approved. That's the key word. If Imam Hussain agreed and gave the right to Yazid as the Khalifa, as the ruler, then the people would say Imam Hussain accepts his behaviour. And of course, that could never happen, and that would have been the end of Islam. How can the grandson of the Holy Prophet, the son of Imam Ali Bibi Fatima, allow that to happen? So it was Imam's duty to defend and save Islam. He refused to accept Yazid as Khalifa, and this of course caused Yazid to be angry, and he planned to kill the Imam. But Yazid planned to kill the Imam in Medina, because that's where Imam Hussain was. So Imam Hussain knew that if he stayed in Medina with his friends, with his family, he would have the advantage. All his friends were there, his family were there. A lot of people were with him in Medina. So the question is, why did he then leave? Why would he leave home ground, home territory? And of course the answer is, after consulting with his family, he decided to leave Medina and move to Mecca, because he did not want to put his family in danger. He knew that his family, his friends, would be harmed by Yazid's army. They may be killed. But more importantly, Imam Hussain also knew that even though Yazid may be defeated in Medina, history would say it was a battle between two men, between Yazid and the Imam. And it was a battle over who wanted to be the ruler, and this is not what Imam Hussein's intentions were. As we know, his intentions were to save Islam. So even if Yazid was killed, the injustice, the oppression that he promoted would still live on. So Imam decided to leave. He knew that by staying in Medina and by fighting him with Yazid, his aim would not be met. So Imam Hussain left and decided to leave Medina. And there's an interesting story here. Not more than a few hours before the Imam went, so we're approaching the first of Muharram. We know that he reaches, the caravan reaches Karbala on the 2nd. But no more than a few hours were left before his departure, and the Imam decided to visit the tombs, the graves of his grandfather, the Prophet, peace be upon him, his mother, Bibi Fatima, his brother Imam Hassan. And as Imam Hussain had paid his respects and was returning back, he met Marwan. Marwan is another name you should be familiar with. Marwan said to the Imam, "Let me give you some advice. I think it's best for you, in this world, it's best for you to accept and give your allegiance to Yazid." Obviously Marwan was also on Yazid's side, and he's trying to force Imam Hussain to give allegiance. Do not put yourself and your relatives in trouble. What did the Imam say to this? How did Imam Hassan reply to this advice? Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. And he said goodbye to Marwan. Those are his words. He didn't argue, he didn't have a long conversation. He just said, we are from God and to God we shall return. And if Marwan did not understand what Imam Hassan's words meant,